Do 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 do. Hey, there we are. All right, we're live. We are live. Welcome to TrendCloud Trading, everybody. And let's go over the market here. And let's start off with crude oil and then go right over to gold, shall we? And look at all of the metals because everything is open right now. Crude oil and gold are open. But let's go over to gold because crude oil is still forming the opening range. And if you have the TrendCloud trading system, you will receive also the opening range tool. See that flashing bar on your chart like that? That's the opening range breakout tool, and that's used in crude oil. It's used in actually the energy market, the metals market, and the indexes as well, okay? Just at different times. But it's really effective because it's an effective strategy because this takes place every single morning. And depending on your momentum and trend analysis across multiple time frames, if we have trend and momentum in the same direction across multiple time frames, we can line up our opening range breakout tool and take the retest of that opening range and also look for support and resistance levels inside of supply and demand zones, all within the opening range of the breakout of that particular instrument. Okay, so the strategy works extremely well for those three market classes. All right. Hey, Hitch, what's going on, Kazi? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. All right. So we'll wait on that. We'll go over to the metals market and we'll get into gold. Wow, look at this. So gold has definitely come up into that support area, and that's what we were talking about yesterday. Let's get over to the 15-minute opening range. Okay, there we go. Little false breakout to the downside and then a move back up. So let's just go over this and try to find out what the heck is going on here. Let's clear the chart. All right. And we can see we've got an uptrend on both the middle time frame and the high time frame. However, we are cycling down with momentum down on both time frames. So the two elements, right? Trend, I'll use the thumb, trend and momentum, those two elements are opposite of each other right now across multiple time frames, right? So we've got this uptrend that smacked into, and this is what we drew out yesterday, and we said, hey, draw the curve or the market edge just like that, and let's see if this first pullback, or actually we'll call it a second pullback, this pullback into this curve area or market edge area, and see what happens. We didn't think it was going to rip through it, right? So it pulled back up, hit this area, and now we're making a reaction off of it. So we are cycling down. So we're in a corrective phase on the high time frame. And when you're in a corrective phase on the high time frame, you want to line up your middle chart and your low time frame in the downward position, right? We want to take advantage sort of this, right? This cycling down. And the momentum is also with us as well. So this would be a short movement. This would be trying to capture a short movement on this cycle, right? Now, the problem with that is that this could reverse on us very easily. And you can see it came down, hit that 100 simple, and we're rallying off of it, right? So it came down, hit that 100 simple, and very well might do something like this. Okay. So, so that is the dilemma when you try to approach a high time frame uptrend and take some kind of counter trend move. The only time that really works the best is when you're in an extended trend, right? Like here. When price comes back up into this area, when price is coming back up into this area like this, okay, here's fourth wave, fifth wave, sixth wave, candles turn ice blue. Now we're extended into that seventh wave, and look at that rejection. Very strong rejection right here. See how that lines up, guys? Do you see how I'm lining up that extended trend with those ice blue candles? And look at the move that took place down. Look at this downward move here. Okay, very strong, cycling down. Momentum is about to go down, right? So it's not until here that we really start turning red. Let's get over to that section. Okay, right here. And you can see here, right there. Okay, so right here is when everything lines up. Can you be aggressive and get in early? Yeah, you can be as aggressive as you want to be with any trade. Just make sure that that risk, a more aggressive trade, smaller risk, right? If you usually trade 1% of your total current account value, like we do here in the TrendCloud trading room, we assume a $20,000 account and we take a 1% trade. So nothing you see in this live room will ever be over $200. Okay. If you're taking in a more aggressive trade, drop that down to 0.5%. Okay. That's just good risk management. And heck, that's what Larry Height does. And if it's good enough for Mr. Larry Height and it's good enough for Mr. Mark, oh my goodness, what am I, Mr. Mark from Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas, Mr. Mark Douglas. Sorry, it's rainy here today in South Florida. It's a little dark outside, so a bit of brain fog there. Yes, so more aggressive trade, drop that sucker down to 0.5%. Why don't you? So the idea is on an extended trend, let's take advantage of the high time frame when it starts to cycle down. Okay, so when you see this turn red right there, right here, you've got cycling down. Momentum filter is probably flashing red, right, from green to red until finally choosing red. This could be flashing as long as this is down. That cycle indicator is so powerful, guys. I made so much more money when I started using that damn cycle indicator. That was really an incredible lesson from one of my mentors. He taught me that, and it really is such a perfect complement to that high time frame corrective phase or impulse phase. And it lets you know it's a timing indicator. It's a real timing indicator. And you can put that on all three charts if you like. And sometimes I use that, right? You'll see me pop this one up and you can start, you can start to look at, where are we? Where's my line? All right, let's just do this. Boop. Okay. You can start to look at that across multiple time frames, right? And here you go. Oh, what did I do here? I hate when that happens. That is the weirdest thing, isn't it? That ever happened to you guys? New existing pane, but there you go. Put that back there. So here you can see that we've got signals on our low time frame going short here, right? And that's taking place pretty late in the day. But where is where is the cycle indicator here? Moving down, right? We don't have the momentum component, but we've got that dang cycle indicator, right? And there you go. Aggressive move, more aggressive because we don't have that middle momentum. This is probably flashing. This is flashing green and red, but we are still technically in an uptrend, right? So we've got an uptrend on the middle time frame, an uptrend on the high time frame, but we're extended on that high time frame. And I said this yesterday. If you take a look at yesterday's live stream, it's rainy there as well in Los Angeles. Oh man, yeah, I'm telling you, I'm feeling it, Kazi. I'm feeling it, man. But when you see that extended trend and you want to capture this deep corrective move, I said this yesterday in the live stream. On the highest time frame, on your 4-hour chart, if you have an extended trend, you got to think trend reversal, because trend reversal is definitely going to be a component of this on your lower time frames. Okay. Lower time frames will definitely see some kind of trend reversal as long as you've got it on the highest time frame. Middle time frame extended trend is more like a deep pullback for your high time frame. All right. And will also probably look like, a trend reversal on the lowest time frame. It makes sense, right? This time frame will be a trend reversal for this time frame. This time frame will be a trend reversal for this time frame. Okay? Makes sense, right? And here, and if you have an extended trend on your lowest time frame, like we do right here, this is going to be some kind of deep pullback, and that's what we get here, right? We get this deep pullback on the high time frame, and it actually ends up being a bit of a trend reversal because we break through structure here, right? Very powerful information either way. You've got some very powerful information there. Put that cycle indicator on all 3 time frames, as confirmation. But when you're using the TrendCloud signals and not just taking a pullback into a supplier demand zone, right? When you're just using the signals, this is a momentum-based indicator or a momentum-based signal. So you want to make sure your timing is perfect. And so that's what you would do. You would look at this and you would say, okay, can we take this signal? Well, we're cycling down, and we're cycling down. Yeah, take the chance. You can take the chance on that, okay? Let's get rid of these lines. Recalculate the chart again. All right, and let's open this sucker up. So gold is breaking out to the upside, right? And here's the cycle indicator on that low time frame, that 5-minute chart coming back around. Let's jump out to the 15. Okay, same thing. 15-minute chart, there's your hook down on %K, right? That black line is %K. Hooking down on %K moves faster than %D, okay? And that's what we're doing. So we are pulling back out of this opening range, and we've got a nice drop-based rally here, right? On gold. Got a nice drop-based rally here. And we are cycling up. Momentum is down, all right? And we're cycling down still over here. We are still cycling down here. So we got some mixed signals, right? Uptrend, uptrend, cycling down, momentum down, cycling up, momentum down, right? We still got a lot of energy to the downside. Maybe that is why this is so long, right? Maybe it's going to do a deep pullback like this, and you can make those assumptions by reading your TrendCloud indicators. Okay. So not the safest play this morning, taking this pullback into this area. Not the safest play. Let's check out silver. Tell me why silver is a better trade on the retest of the opening range. What do we got here? Uptrend, 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 cycling up, momentum up, momentum is up, right? So the pullback, okay, the pullback on silver into here, okay, or it might not even reach all the way down here, right? But the pullback, if this pulls back quickly enough and hits that retest of the opening range, now we've got something. Now we've got something worth taking, don't we? And what do we have here? Let's box this out. Green. Very possible for this to pull back and make a move to the upside. Let's take it off timer. And you can see that we've broken through structure on the high time frame as well. Oh, nice. Crude oil took a let's go over to the micro crude. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. There you go. There's that signal right into that demand zone right here. Beautiful. Nice, Kazi. Zoink, right there. Kazi zoinked that one right there. Nice move. Nice move. Oh, we got some stuff all the way down there. Boy, crude oil moved really quickly out of that. It went all the way down to 67.99. I remember saying to you guys, man, I know this thing is going back down to 70, and it sure as hell did. And now we are rather quickly moving back up, right? Already hit $75, right? Unbelievable. All right, so we are hitting the 200 simple up here. Let's draw that out right here. That is the 200 simple moving average, and that's the length of the candle. There we go. See how I did that? I just took that simple moving average, the 200 right there, and I made the curve with that. Okay, so we've got the simple 200. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, that's the 100. This is the 100 simple moving average. This is the 200. Wait, I'm getting all confused here. Sorry, guys. I got the chart way too expanded. Yeah, I confirm 200 simple moving average. 200 simple moving average, and we're slamming into it right now. All right. There we go. So look at the asymmetrical leverage here. We got to be careful, right? So we've got this pullback right into the demand zone. Definitely, rightfully so, to take that and pulled up, hit that 200 moving average, and now we're sort of going sideways. So hey, you know what? Momentum is still up. It might still rip through this, but I would have a tight stop on that because we don't know what's going to happen here. And we're starting to cycle down, right? So we're getting another crack at this, during the cycling down of these two charts, right? Cycling down, cycling down. What are we cycling down into? Well, we're cycling down into a demand zone that's holding on the 15-minute chart. We're cycling down into middle time frame upward momentum, and we're cycling down into upward momentum on the high time frame. Okay, and we are in an uptrend on all three time frames here. So yeah, gets another shot here. Let's get rid of this. All right, we've got a fresh level right here. Let's get rid of these lines. Okay. Get rid of the lines. There you go. I mean, this, the pullback here, right? If we get a pullback on the middle time frame, all in here, right? All in here is TrendCloud. Let's just make that gray so that we have the demand zones stand out. So see how I did that, guys? Whenever you want to zone in on supply and demand zones, you go to each time frame. You say, okay, from here to here, that's the lowest time frame. Here to here, middle time frame. So any zones in here. So right now, inside of the middle time frame trend cloud, we've got this 15-minute zone that's holding, right? Okay, what would be really nice here is if we see a breakout. That would fit our narrative, wouldn't it? That would really fit our narrative. And it looks like it's going to do that. Come on. Break through that sucker. Break through. We will break through that 200 simple moving average, right? Break through that 200 simple moving average, and then possibly pull back and find support at it for the move up. That's always our pattern, right? A move up, a pullback into a demand zone that might have support of a major support level on the high time frame, and then a break above, and then we break through structure. That pattern recognition there is powerful information. You line stuff like that up with your cycles and your TrendCloud mapping system, and you've got something significant. And it did, all right? Broke through that sucker. It broke through. So the real move, right, was getting in right here. Was getting in right here. Okay, do we get another shot at this? Hell yeah, we do. Clear the chart. We sure do. We get another shot at this, an even better shot, right? Because now we broke through structure. Breakout to the outside, broke through the 200 simple. Let's look for a pullback back into this zone, back into this area. What's forming here? Oops, I'm sorry. And we're also this is micro crude, right? So we want that 5-minute chart. That's okay. Concept is the same, right? Break out of that 5-minute and a pullback, and here's the bottom, right? So you want to take the middle of this zone here for the upward move. We can sure do that. We really want this. We want this candle to close. We got another like almost 2 minutes left. Nice, Kazi. Yeah, 15-minute zone, 2 to 1. Yep, it sure did. It sure did. Beautiful move. Breakout. Pulls back into the opening range for the move out. All right, so that's what we will be looking for. How much? 5? You think 5? Sure thing. Yeah, we can do 5. We can do 5. We really want to see this make a nice move out, though, right? And I think it's going to do that. I think we're going to get that. All right, so I'll be aggressive and put that trade up there. Continue this move. Right? If it stops us out, we've got this down here. We've got this down here. Boink. There we go. All right, let's see if we get it. That is set. But that 15-minute chart. Get over to that 15. This move right here, this pullback, right, into the pullback into this demand zone here. That was the move. And you can see there's the sweet spot right there, right? That darker green area is the sweet spot when you overlap those boxes like that. All right, so we got a good shot here. TrendCloud, opening range, do your thing. Put it back on the 5-minute there. All right, so there we go. Breaks out, maybe it pulls back, does a little dance, and then continues to move up. We don't know. That's the chance that we're going to take, right? We're just about 0.5% on our $20,000 account, right? A little more than 0.5%. Okay, that's gold. Let's get, or that's crude oil. How about natural gas? What's going on? Woo! Look at this. Slammed right into that 100 simple and bounced right off of it, didn't it? Let's get rid of all the drawings that we did. Cycling down, momentum is down. We're sort of in this pseudo uptrend, right, guys? So right away, we don't want to really get too deep into any type of analysis here because we just we've got mixed signals, right? If you're in this kind of pseudo, like this is a pseudo uptrend because the 50 simple on our TrendCloud is still red. Same thing, pseudo uptrend here. We're below the TrendCloud, but the candles are green and the 50 simple is red on the middle time frame as well. So little pseudo uptrend here. So let's just skip over that. Silver, yeah. You think silver's going to come back? It's pulling back, right? Silver is pulling back. Silver's pulling back. Oh, let's just keep that on. $15-minute zone. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Nice rally-based rally that just, but this is good, guys. This aggressive pullback or fast pullback here, that could be an initial retracement. That could be what we're looking for right in here. I'm going to place that trade. But silver, how expensive silver is. Yeesh. Can't even, right? Should we risk $500, guys? I mean, this looks really good. This looks really good. This looks like a really good trade. Should we go for it? Should we go for it? Risk $500, risk 5%, right? Right? Should we risk that? All right. No, we should not. The answer is no. But what we can do is egads. Well, that would have to be your trade, or you take the middle of this, or let's do this. So when you're in this situation, right, and you really want to take the full contract, but it's just really friggin' expensive. Okay, so let's say like from here to here, it's really expensive. Okay, here's what you do. Go to Fibonacci retracement, right? Swing low to swing high. What do we got? 886. Okay, so that's what we're working with inside of this zone. So let's put it right at that 886 level. And what do we got? 325. Okay, we're still below the opening range. There you go. How about that? Do you see how I did that, guys? That is the best way you can approach this as far as keeping risk and keeping it scientific, objective, a scientific, objective way to get in on this sucker, right? So 886 retracement level, we've seen that happen plenty of times. And we've got a nice stop here. This is a $200 stop loss. It's underneath the structure of this candle, and it's underneath the opening range breakout. Hey, okay. So that's a chance that you can take, and that's how you can utilize Fibonacci lines, support and resistance, and just outline your trade with what you've got. Make do with what you've got. Alrighty, let's see if that works. That'd be awesome. Copper. What's up, copper? I think I found my edge. I start trading an hour earlier at around 5 a.m. Pacific. Oh, nice. There you go. That's what you do. So what Kazi is saying is he noticed that he's probably looking at some data, right? looking at that digital trading journal or some, Excel spreadsheet, you do get the digital trading journal with TrendCloud, and you can document this stuff, and you can say, hey, like on the digital trading journal for TrendCloud, you can just click onto each time, right? Like you can click on to 5 a.m. or you can click on to 7 a.m. and say, oh, let me see how many trades worked out at this time. Oh, look at that. I've got a lot. It's pretty consistent, and then you can refine your strategy and say, hey, I'm gonna start looking at trades, 5 a.m., 5 a.m. Pacific. Yeah. Yeah, he's saying yes. So exactly, that's exactly it. Yeah, you have to look at the data, right? These big hedge funds it must mean something. Mark Douglas looked at it. Larry Height looked at it. I guess we should look at it too. Whoops. Copper. Okay, copper broke out. Ooh, really nice rejection candle here. Cycling up. All right, so the middle time frame is cycling up. We don't have the momentum component. Oh, we do. We do have the momentum component. See here on this pullback into the opening range here, we're cycling up and momentum. See how momentum crossed above positive 200? And obviously positive 100, right? 100, 200. And now we are pulling back. It never crossed below negative 200. That gives us the green light to take this sucker. We are pulling back into upward momentum here. And there is the previous day's close. Okay. There's your previous day's close. We would have to do something like that. Okay. Cycling down, momentum is down. So we only have one component. The momentum on the high time frame is down, but remember that's just one piece of the puzzle. As long as you've got trend and momentum on your other time frames, right? Everything else is valid. Uptrend. Good. Momentum is up, cycling up, good. The only piece of the puzzle missing is the downward momentum on that highest time frame. So this could be a quick pullback. Pulls back into here. I mean, look at that rejection can. I would really love to be a part of this, right? And if you absolutely wanted to get in on that previous day's close, you'd have to take a money stop right there. All right. You can do whatever you want. It's your trade, right? It's your trade. But I would do this before I would do this, right? Because doing this, right, taking more than 1% over and over and over and over again, you will chisel away at all the money you made. Okay. So we just don't do that. All right. So if you really want to get in on the pullback here into the opening range, and it kind of makes sense, right? I don't mind this because we're pulling back into this rejection candle. We're pulling back into the opening range, and we've got the momentum on the high time frame and the upward trend. So we've got some nice upward force. We have elements that are boosting us up. So I don't mind that. And we're below, what is this? This is like the previous, let's go out to the 4 hour, see, previous week's close. So we're putting our stop just at to stop us out. So hey, look, guys, we've got a lot of evidence. We've got a lot of evidence pointing in the right direction here. Okay, so there you go. What else? Platinum. Ah, nice, nice. See how platinum did break below, and we're just starting to break above. Now, here's the opposite, right? We've got an uptrend on all three time frames, a breakout to the upside, and we're pulling back into an upward cycle and upward momentum, right? It just peaked above. You see that little, I don't know if you can see that on your screen, but I can see it right here. It just peaked above positive 100 here. So I'd be comfortable taking this. And there is your demand zone right there. There's your demand zone on platinum. And again, super expensive stuff, right? There we go. But with all this upward force, we've got a good shot, right? We've got a good shot. So we've got momentum and trend across multiple time frames, pulling back into a demand zone, which is also a retest of the opening range. What more do you want? Right? Remember, so always remember, and it's good to say it to yourself every day, our job is not to try and figure out what trades are going to work and what trades are going to fail. That's not our job. Our job is to find an edge in the market and take the trade. That's your job. Following risk management, that's also part of your job, right? This number right here, that's the most important number, not the profit number. So finding an edge, and remember, an edge is just any component of your trade plan that gives you an advantage, any kind of advantage, even if it's a small advantage, that's still an edge. An edge doesn't have to be a monumental 100% sure thing, right? That's just totally impossible. An edge is simply an advantage, any advantage on your charts that you're looking at, right? Like trend across multiple time frames, same direction. Momentum across multiple time frames in the same direction. Cycling up, bouncing off a level of support with those other elements. That's an edge. That is essentially your TrendCloud system. We've mapped all of that out on the TrendCloud system, and we even color coordinated it for you. So all of this is very easy to read. Let's take a look at this downward signal here on the TrendCloud low time frame. Why would we not take this symbol, or why would we not take this signal? So this signal would be ignored because, right, trend and momentum across multiple time frames is up. So we would ignore this signal. And I did tell you guys I'm working on automating this into a trading bot. And I'm talking with a couple of companies right now. It's really complicated stuff. I may have to find somebody who knows Python, and we may have to put the TrendCloud trading bot on another platform, possibly, right? Any platform that takes Python as its language. So we're looking into that. Very exciting stuff coming down the pipeline because we want to get in on moves that take place at 2 o'clock in the morning, when we're not up, right? Kazi might be up. He might be up. He's 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 one of those guys, you know. I don't think. I think Kazi likes his sleep just like the rest of us here. Um, Hitch is saying Morgan Stanley upgrades Spirit Aerosystems holdings equal weight from underweight, adjusts PT profit potential to $35 from Boeing. All right. Oh man. Okay. Morgan Stanley Spirit Aerosystems. Let's look at some stocks. Let's check it out. 5 a.m. is good for you. 5 a.m. Pacific, right? Yeah, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. It's not terrible. It's early, you know. 5 a.m. is early when you have to like catch a flight or something. Then it's early. But if you got to walk into your living room, you know, to turn your charts on, not so bad. Spirit Aerosystems. Let's take a look at a stock. Hitch wants to take a look at a stock here. Let's check it out, man. Is this something you're buying, Hitch? Are you trying to accumulate this sucker? Spirit Aerosystems. This isn't one of your South African stocks, is it? SPR? There it is, baby. All right. Hitch is on a net. Oh, wow. Look at that. Extended trend, right? Extended trend. Yeah, I bet it hit a price target. Yeah. Oh, it hit their price target. They upgraded it to 35. Let's see. Interesting that let's take a look. Let me put this on the chart here. I'll put that on our thing here. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Yeah, check this out. See how the NASDAQ is in an uptrend? That's your first, if you're trading stocks or you're trying to accumulate stocks, right? Here in TrendCloud, I personally only buy stocks with TrendCloud. I don't short any stocks, but I accumulate stocks. And I use TrendCloud to do that. So on the NASDAQ, because SPR is a NASDAQ stock, you want to make sure that the NASDAQ is up if you're buying this thing, right? And it is. So this is up. We broke through new highs on the NASDAQ. Let's go back to SPR. SPR is wickedly extended, right? So what does this mean? High time frame extended trend means trend reversal on those lower time frames, right? So we've got a chance to accumulate SPR because hell, this is probably gonna reverse. Look, we're extended on that 4-hour chart. How about the daily chart here? Looks like we just bought some crude oil here. Okay. Yeah. So daily chart, very strong to the upside, right? We're almost extended on the daily chart. Maybe this thing's going to go up and become extended on the daily, and then we should see some kind of trend reversal on those lower time frames. Trend reversal on a stock, right? Trend reversal on a stock means it's on sale, right? And we do have a couple of demand zones here, right? We got it here, and we've got it here. Where is trend reversal on this middle time frame? It's somewhere below the 50. So that means it would possibly break through this, and you can start accumulating down here. That makes sense, Hitch? That's a really good piece of information. You know, this demand zone is still above the trend cloud, that line in the sand there. It's still above that 50. So the pullback, if this becomes extended, it's already extended on the 4-hour. This really does want to do some kind of trend reversal on your lower time frames, right? So on that hourly chart, wait for that pullback. You'll see the crossover, and you can start accumulating down here. And you can also start accumulating on the crossover back to the upside on that 1-hour chart. All right, let's get over to crude oil. Pulling back. Let's put the opening range back on there. And so we didn't quite break above. We didn't quite break above that. We did break above the 200 simple. I'm sorry, the trend cloud here. We did break above that trend cloud. 400. There we are. Yeah, there's the 200 simple right there on the 4-hour chart. We did break above it. Does it give it a really, whoa, that's really pulling back deep there. That's really pulling back deep. Got a 0.5% risk on that sucker. Does it want to pull back into this area here? That is what we're waiting for. We are cycling down. So this is a cycle down, but we are cycling down into strong momentum. We're going to buy this thing. We're going to buy this sucker somewhere. Pulling back into the trend cloud. Let's see if we start to get a reversal, because this is the 15-minute trend cloud right here. Okay, starting to hit the 50. Do we get a bounce off the 50? Do we get a bounce off of the 50? Ooh, look at that. 5-minute 50 simple moving average. Okay, there's a little signal there, a little weakness signal. But we're protected. We are protected. And if we get stopped out, it's a scrape on the knee. Yeah, we did discuss that. I saw the lines on the chart, Hitch. Yeah. I just realized that. We saw the lines on that chart. I was like, oh, we must have looked at this thing. Do I have that in our stock list? I think it's in our stock list here. SPR. Oh, we got to add SPR to our stock list. Nice bounce off the 50. Nice bounce off that 5-minute 50 simple, right? It's still giving us a little signal, little weakness signal here, right? Because we've got that middle time frame, our middle timer cycling down, right? All right, Kazi, have a great day, my man. Great job. Bouncing off the 50 simple. Woo, look at that. Come on. Come on, TrendCloud. So you can see here, having a mapping system and understanding the data on your chart is so important when you're applying any kind of strategy. Because if you can't read the price action and you don't have an understanding of what's going on the chart, is this a corrective phase? Is it an impulse phase? Where's the support and resistance? Where's the breakout taking place? Where's momentum right now? Where is trend right now? These are components to every single trade. These are all the components inside of any trading strategy. And if you don't understand what's going on with the price action, you won't be able to apply it intelligently to a strategy. And then again, as Mark Douglas says, an ill-conceived trade, you can just close your eyes, click the mouse, the damn thing will end up making money, right? And then a well-conceived trade that we painfully look at the night before, and that could fail, right? So what the point he was trying to make is this number right here, the risk management number. That is what becomes your life. That becomes your entire life, right? This is the most important number right here, the risk management number. Okay, guys? Look at that. Beautiful move. And we're even getting a little TrendCloud signal here, right? Beautiful move off of that 5-minute 50 simple moving average. Let's see if it follows through, right? So we pulled back into a demand zone that had upward momentum on both time frames, pulling back into trend on both time frames, right? Trend to the upside, middle time frame. Trend to the upside, high time frame. Momentum to the upside, middle time frame. Momentum to the upside, high time frame. So what happens? We pull back. Here's a demand zone. Here's a support level. Boom. It's working. As of right now, it's working. we had our risk right there, $115, less than 1%, right, of our $20,000 account. Hurrah, hurrah. I love it when a plan comes together. All right, I'm going to stay. Let's manage this trade a little bit more. It is top of the hour. It is 10 o'clock, guys. And we've been sort of condensing these live sessions into a 1-hour session, because when you look back on this stuff in the membership area, if you're a TrendCloud member and you go over to the membership area and you're checking out the live streams, and you see something that says 2 hours and 45 minutes, it's like, oh God, but in even an hour it's a pretty long time, but we get a lot done in the hour, don't we? We get a lot done every day. It's a new lesson. It's a new setup, and we have deep discussions. We have deep learning sessions about setups, entries, targets, right? We look at all sorts of instruments. We look at stocks. We look at futures. Sometimes we look at the Forex, right? Upon request. So, so there we go. Oh, let's take a look at, do we have any confirmation entry candles? Okay, so we do have this downward confirmation entry candle here. We want to start seeing some green candles being formed, right? But look, here's your low. Here's a higher low, very nice, right? So we really need to see this break of structure. We really need to see this to stay in this trade overnight. We really need to see this happen to stay in this trade overnight, right? And, remember, around 11 a.m., if we don't achieve this by 11 a.m., then I'll probably close out, right? Probably close out and just take the money and run. Always lock in those targets, right? And I can show you how to do that on TradingView. Here's, we have 5 contracts. We can scale out of the position. Do you see? Let me blow this up. This is a good lesson, guys. Do you guys see the body of this candle. See the body of this candle right here, the pivot candle? That's where I want to take some profit, right at the body of that candle. And we're going to sell, right? Because we're in a buy. Let's sell 2, or it's getting late in the day. Let's sell 3 and lock in profits. Okay, so we're going to sell 3 contracts there, lock in some profits, and then we're going to take the other 2 and we're going to follow it up with our stop loss. Okay, so that is a great way to take a target. You always take something off at the top of the leg, and you can use the wick, but I like using the body of the candle because there's a higher probability of this hitting this than hitting the wick. Okay, so why is that? Well, the body of the candle is where value is. Value is in the body of the candle, not the wick of the candle. So we like to use the body of the candle as targets, and we also like to use the body of the candle when we're doing our classical charting, right? Like trend lines, right? So here we've got trend lines like this. And in this case, we can do that. As long as you're hitting, right? As long as you're hitting the body of the candle. So that's what it would look like. Now, do you see how the leg of this move broke through structure here? Right? That means we're using this. We're using these 2 candles, the body of these 2 candles for our trend line. Once we broke through this structure, now what we're doing is that gives us the green light to use this as the body. So if this breaks through this structure here, then we can shorten this and go from here to here. Okay, understand? So again, from here, we're going to start to draw our line. We can connect the body of this candle as soon as it breaks through structure here. It broke through structure. Now we can connect that candle. We have this deep pullback. If this breaks through here, then we can connect these 2 candles. Okay, that's how you draw what I call a dynamic trend line. That's how you draw a dynamic trend line, by following the price action. Otherwise, you end up with a whole bunch of you ever see like a bunch of trend lines just, all over the chart? It's ridiculous, right? What you want to do is keep the chart nice and clean, right? You keep that chart nice and clean, okay? And you follow the price action with your trend line if you're just using trend analysis. So right here, we can attach these 2 once this leg breaks through structure right here. Then we can attach that. Pull back. Once this breaks through here, now we can attach like this. There's your new trend line right there. Okay. So we can, it will form that triangle, right? And you would extend this all the way out like that. And you'll see this thing climb right out of that triangle. That's the idea. Okay. So it is 10:06. This trade is working out very nicely. We've got our target right at the body of this candle. I really want to see this thing hit the target but my voice is getting sore, and the length of this video is becoming intimidating, so we don't want to do that. All right. Well, this trade is working out very nicely, guys. Good job, everyone. Good job. I will be back tomorrow morning. We're going to end it here. I will continue to film this for the TrendCloud members. Members only. Sorry, folks. Members only. And I'll place this in the membership area. All right, guys. Well, I will see everybody tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Thanks for joining TrendCloud Live Trading Room. I'm Chris Giuliano, and I will see you tomorrow.